This conference will now be recorded.
Hi, good evening everyone. So, my name is Shamili. I will be taking your data visualization using Tableau. Okay, so here we will be starting from today the Tableau where we are going to build the data visualization using the tools. The software is Tableau, and I'll be telling you how to create the data visualization, how to get the data, how to make interactive dashboards, how to create a stories. So based on the data set, we will use a multiple data set so that we will understand how we are going to create and how we are going to work on that. Okay, and before I start the session, I want everyone to be very interactive in my class. Okay, please interact, don't be quiet, just keeping on mute without responding me, then the class won't be like very enthusiastic. Okay, please keep responding me, ask me your questions whenever like you have a doubt or anything. And after the introduction part, when we are entering into practical, I'll first do, then you can also simultaneously practice with me. This also we will do. Okay, so if you have anything to be asked, you can ask me, or else I'll start with the introduction part. Okay, I have one more thing also to inform you. So I see many of your names here, right? Many of your names, and make sure you are updating the name. Keep your name with the your register name. So your attendance register name, keep it updated. I don't want some other names to be available here, so that it won't be like I won't be knowing who is present, who is not present. And if somewhere if you're missing your attendance, then I again you will be asking me this attendance is there is a problem, we will be missing the points, that this and all. Please let's avoid those things. So make sure you update your attendance register names whatever has been updated in your colleges, schools, anywhere. Okay, so are you from the same class everyone? Okay, before that, am I audible? See, I
Yes,
sit on
ma'am.
the
Yes,
beginning.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Ah, finally I hear some of your voice. Good, thank you. So fine. Let's start with the introduction part. Can you all see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Fine. So, what is a tableau? Can someone answer me? What is this tableau is used for? Why we use this? Whatever you know, you generally in terms you can answer me. I don't want the exact answers, whatever that displays on your browsing when you browse it, or in your books terms. Those things I'm not asking. Whatever you know, you just answer me. Whether it is right or wrong, let's see later. Yes? Can anyone
It's
answer
a
me?
data visualization tool.
Okay, good.
It would visualize the data and it makes people understand easier the data.
Okay, right. So, Myra. Any other answer? Yeah, tell me.
It involves working with tables and charts, graphs, etc.
I'm sorry, Jagriti, right? If I'm wrong in your pronunciations, please, because I'm not able to understand. Jagriti. Jagriti or Jagriti? Actually, your voice is breaking, ma. Because
Shagriti.
Jagriti.
Sure, ma'am. I'll
Fine.
just try to correct. Am I
Fine.
audible now?
I can hear your voice, but it
I
is
mean,
like it is not that much clear. Fine, let's continue. So, this data visualization, what we do using a Tableau, right? Using a Tableau, we will be working on this visualization. So, when we work on this visualization, Tableau is used for what? It is as you will be using this while building a visualization. How you build? You have some data source. Using the data source, you expect someone to create it. So, usually when you will build this visualization, there must be a client who will come to you saying that, like, let's take some example. Let's take it into two examples. One is, say, I am your client and you people are the analyst. Now, what you have to do is, I'm asking you, it is my new company, new startup company. I have to start it in some particular area, which is a business area, okay, which is a most like commercial area, also you can say the commercial area. So, this commercial area, when I'm using, say that let's take here as I will tell you, I want to start a restaurant or supermarket. Okay, let's go with the supermarket. So I want to start a supermarket in one of the commercial area, which is almost most of them will be doing a business. So I also say that my investment plan is like plan of investing a money is around 30 lakhs. Around 30 lakhs. Now, as a business analyst, what will be your projection? This is what you will be doing. But what we can say, since it is not started anything, we will just say whatever we have to do it or how they have to do it. All these things we will be doing as what? We will be suggesting the person based on the assumption. Based on the assumption, we will be doing it. So when we are doing as an assumption, what will happen? All this data, we are just calculating how much a person is investing, how much the person is going to invest on the rent, and then store renovations. All these things you have to calculate, right? All these things we are going to calculate. When we are calculating all these things, what happens? We have to see which place it is, what is the area of the business area, that is a space, how many square feet we are going to use. And after that, after that square feet, we also have to check like what are like how many people are going to work, how much money is going we are going to pay for as a rent, as a as a salary to an employee. All these things we have to see. So after seeing all these things only, we will say them whether he can start a business, he can run a business there, whether it will be helpful to him or not. But when we are working on a data visualization, that means there is already a ready data available. So there is a company who is already saying that he is working in a company, so he is having a business. For the business, is asking you to create this data visualization. When you will create this data visualization, suppose he says that, well, let's give one situation. So here is my business. So this business is going to run for the long term business. But when I'm saying this long term business, from past 8 to 9 months, business is making a profit, but the profit day by day it is coming down, right? The day by day it is coming down. So what should I do? I have to know why my profit is coming down. So I said you, it is my existing business, I'm already having a business, my profit is coming down. Now, if I say you this as an analyst to create a data visualization, what are the details you'll ask me? Yes, Now you're free to ask me the questions. If you are going to create a data visualization, what kind of questions you'll ask me? No one are ready to answer me, or no one is ready to question me? You have to create a visualization. Now what you have to ask me, as I am your client and you are going to build the data visualization, what information you'll ask from me? Yeah, let's see who is going to ask me. You all can understand my question, right?
Ma'am, can you repeat it?
Okay, so say I have a business from last 8 years. From last 8 years, I'm having a business. Take it as a supermarket. I have a supermarket. From 8 years, I'm running a business. Now, from past 1 year, the profit is coming down. So, the profit what I used to make every year, in this 1 year, it is coming down. I'm not saying that I didn't earn a profit. I earned a profit, but profit day by day it is reducing. Okay, it is getting decreased. Now, I want to know why this profit is getting reduced, right? So, as an analyst, you people are the business analysts. You have to estimate or make a report and give me and say me that where I am having a problem and where I have to solve this, how to solve it. This you will say me. For this,
Okay.
in order to explain me, you have to create a data visualization. To create the data visualization and to give me a suggestion, what are the things, what are the details you'll expect from me?
So mainly we would extract the sales data.
Once again, Deepika and Yashika. One by one, please. Okay, Deepika, you answer me first.
Yes, ma'am. So firstly, we would ask for sales data.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
Then, Yashika.
I was telling the same thing, ma'am, that we'll ask about the past profits.
Okay, okay. So sales data, Deepika says, Yashika says, past statement. So okay, I'm giving you last 3 years my statement, financial statement. I'm giving you entire data what is happening in our business. Now financial statement you are asking me or any other statement you are asking me, Yashika?
Financial statement.
Okay. Financial statement in the sense I may give you the balance sheet, profit and loss, or this cash flow. This is usually a financial statement. How you will come to know whether I made a how much I made a profit or not? How you will find the problem?
Maybe we'll
Yeah,
have to minus your expenses and income. For
that is already
example,
written. So it
yeah.
is already done. After doing all these things, after deducting expenses, adding income, all this after finding only I got the profit. Profit is there.
Okay.
Now, what you have to ask me is, if I'm having a profit, my profit is coming down. So what might be the problem? Think where the problem must be.
So
Ma'am,
it's
maybe
mainly
there has been
sales.
an
Sorry, who's now? I didn't see observe who was answering me.
ma'am, this is Nehal.
Yeah,
Maybe there has been an increase in the number of employees
good,
um,
very good.
uh, through the years, so we are giving them. So that's where the profit is going. So if even
Yes.
if we if even if we fire a few employees, we'll still have a gain in profits again.
Okay, possible. Possible situation, number of employees increase, paying a more salary. So this may reduce the this may increase expenses and the profit might come down. So fine, I agree with this one point. Next.
Ma'am, so stocking up the goods which are not in market, like which are not in trend, and those won't get sold out. and
Very good.
it's like
So
waste of stock.
very good. So dead stock or the fast moving, might be we have very old stock or that is not in a trend, which is moving very slowly. Sales is not happening. So we can also say it as dead stock. Lot of dead stock. Yes, possible solution. Next one.
Ma'am, competitor entering into your location.
Yes. So yes, this is also possible. Next.
Ma'am, marketing in the media.
Might be. So they are not good in social marketing. So social media marketing is a digital marketing. So if they are slow in digital marketing, if they are if they are not opting the digital marketing for this business, might be this also is a possible. Okay, yeah. All these are the possible things which may affect a business. Fine. Any other?
Ma'am, so to that point, you can add a lack of technology also, like, a self-checkout kiosk
Hmm. Yes.
or, yeah, such like lack of technology and placement of goods may be also related to this.
Fine. So, see, whenever we take about this, you must also think in many situations. We are only seeing about how the product has been marketed, how the product is like what kind of stock we are using, and we are also thinking about like again the competitors. So everything wherever we go, we always think in the in the point of view where we have a product, but you must also think in many situations. First thing, who is our supplier? Are we getting a regular supply of fast moving product? First thing, if the supplier is giving a fast moving product, are we making a sales out of that? Second thing, from the supplier, like do we have like some other issue? Might be he's supplying very late, or the product which is not moving fast, right? These things also you have to see. Or the supplier, whatever the product, say I am one of the supplier, I'm selling you the product, so you are buying it for your business. Might be the product what I gave, you're selling it, but after selling it again the goods has been returned. So you have to cross check which suppliers goods are frequently returned, so in a point of supplier. Second thing, you have to think in a marketing way. So if I market a product, how much profit I will earn, plus if I'm marketing this, how much expenses also I'm going to spend. This also you have to see. Next one, the mode of supply, online, offline, anything, that also you have to see how much you are making through the online, how much you are making through the offline. And if you are having a aggregate partner or online partner, like you can say the restaurants will be selling the foods, but we also order through the online, Swiggy and Zomato, all these things. So what we are doing, we are depending on some other person for buying the goods, right? So what we are going to do, so how we are going to do with this third party, this also you have to see. Or what you will see, you will have to check with the other options also. Now this is done. Next one, you will see in the product, which are the fast moving product, which are the slow moving product, which is having which are the products that we are selling at the highest rate, lowest rate. So highest rate whether it is moving or not. And after that you also have to check what are the offers we are giving, discounts and offers, all those things. This also you have to see. After seeing this, then you will go with the customer. So customer option also you have to see when you're seeing a customers. So how much rating they are giving, how they are satisfied, whether they are satisfied or not, why they are not satisfied, with which product they are not satisfied, and how to make all these changes you have to analyze. After this, then what you will do, so when you are having a customers, and I said you there is an online and offline. This, when it is online or offline people will buy from the store itself, but when it is online, they order and we are going to deliver it. So dispatch, whether there is some problem with the dispatch. So each and every situation you have to analyze, you have to take a report. So you ask me like someone asked me the sales data, someone asked me the financial statement. Both you have to ask, but before that you should not ask the finalized report, you should ask the entire data. day wise transaction or month transaction, only then we will be in a position to develop the visualization with the ready-made final value. What is my assets, what is my liabilities, what is my sales, what are the products. So closing balance will not help us in building a visualization because already we know the values. How I have to build the visualization, where there is a high and where there is a low values, where there is an increase, where there is a decrease, what is happening, where there is a loss. All these things we are going to represent in a visualization. So with the ready-made statement which is already created by some of the person, might be an auditor or the analyst, will not work for us. We will be collecting the information from the person from the day one. We will check at least for 3 to 4 years statement. We will download it, might be whatever the software is using. Few customers might be using a ready-made software, a few will buy from the market. From the market in the sense, depending upon their business, they will buy it. So if you say for creating a visualization, data visualization, we are using a Tableau, right? There are many other visualization tool also, right? So what the business will use, that also you have to say. Now you people are going to colleges, so you will be getting a attendance. How this attendance is marked? Is it online or offline? Response me.
Online.
Online, very good. Do you have a application or a software that is developed for your college itself?
Yes.
Yes, very good. So simple. Now see, for each and every business they will develop or they will customize the software which is necessary for the business. Now you people will come to know when the attendance was marked present, when it was marked absent. This you can see because that access has been given to you. To mark the attendance, the teachers or the faculty's lectures, they have given an access. So others might be having any other access, project submission or notes uploading, assignments uploading, or your fee structures. All these details, each and every person respective to their job role, access will be given. Now, as I said you have to check with the many scenarios from the suppliers till the delivering the goods to the end user. In all the situation, you have to take the data. So when we are down, when we need this data, what we will do? There is an software or there is an application. So we will filter the data from so and so period. These are the data like supply data, sales data, then customers data. All these details one by one we will download it, right? So when we are downloading all this data, we may get the data in any formats. It can be a Excel, it can be a CSV, it can be a text file, or it can also be any format of data. When you have any kinds of data, what you have to do, you have to understand that import that data. If there is any error, you have to clean it. After cleaning the data, you will be building the data visualization. So here it says that we are going to build a data visualization tool using business intelligence. Business intelligence industry, which means it is a Tableau, which will help us to say the situation to the clients by using the visualization. What we are using as a visualization? Charts, tables, a small table, charts. Charts can be anything. It can be a bar chart, pie chart, line chart, column chart, whatever we want to represent. Using that, we will make the user, make our client to understand. Say now, I told you that you will download the data from the customized website or an application. If I download, it might have at least or more than that 1000, 10,000 data. From this 10,000 data, in order to help our client, what we will do first, we have to analyze it, right? We have to understand what is this data is after downloading. So you have to see the all the rows and columns, what information you have, what you do not have, what are the things I have in this. Using this, what I can calculate. Using this, what visualization I can do. Where the problem is, all these things you have to estimate it, calculate it, or you have to analyze it. If I directly give a Excel file by highlighting the fields where there is a problem and send the same to my client, what he will do? He will not at all understand what has happened in a business. So it is your responsibility to make him understand. So how we will make him understand? Instead of highlighting in a large table which is having many sheets, rows and columns, instead we will make him to understand in an easy format by showing the visualization as a chart. So this will help him to find out where it is a good performance he has made, where there is an average, where it is worse, what he has to do in order to develop his business, how he can make a decision. So data visualization helps a user to make a decision that will help him. So that is what we also say it as data driven decision making tool. Okay, so data driven decision making tools, how this will do? So I said that we take a data from any person. So this information, the process of information that is available in your data, that must develop, you must verify, you can help the person to make a decision by making what? To grow the business. We have to help him in growing a business. Suppose if I say that, example, I have a 10 suppliers. Out of 10 suppliers, 6 are very good suppliers from whom I'm getting a good sales, frequent supplies, and also the customers are also happy from this people's product. And rest of the four are selling again, supplying me a goods. Might be 1 or 2 days they are delaying. In that, again another one or two, so another two out of four, two are very late in supplying me a goods, and their products are getting returned back, so sales return is happening. So now what should I do? I have to check why these goods are being returned. If the goods is returned, it is not a mistake from the salesperson, right? It is not a good mistake from the supplier end itself. We have to think in three places. Once it is delivered to me, when when the supplier is giving to me, do I have any problem when I'm receiving it? First situation, the person one who is picking the goods, the storekeeper, or one who is collecting and storing all the goods in a basement, go down somewhere. So whether there is a problem here. Second thing, whether there is a problem from the customer end. Third thing, whether there is a problem from the delivery of goods. So all the situation you have to cross verify. So this will help him what? If you are saying where there is a problem through your chart explanation, so supplier end, customer end, delivery like a dispatch end, anything you will explain. So this will help him to take a decision and make his business grow. So that is what we have to say, that how it is helping him in order to grow the business, how to make a business develop with the decision making, right? Do you have any questions? If anybody has a
No, ma'am.
questions, please ask me.
No, ma'am.
Good. Any other? So someone answered me. Let me know if anybody has a doubt.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So far everything is clear. Okay, let's proceed now. Then this Tableau, okay, this Tableau has some features. So whatever we have discussed till now, these are the points I have given here. So powerful and fastest growing data visualization tool used in BI industry, business intelligence industry. Simplifies the raw data. What is raw data? The one which you download from the source. From the source means from any web page, from any website, or any of the application from your client's place, and that is called as raw data. This you're converting into interactive and easily understandable dashboard by making a dashboard and the story making. So next point, helps in creating the data that can be understood by the professionals at any level in an organization. So any level of organization, higher level, lower level, any persons, they can understand easily. Then next one, it says, last one, doesn't require any technical or any kind of programming skills to operate. Okay, so here I have one more point. When they says that there is no technical and any kind of programming skill is required, I agree with that. But you must be having a logical thinking habit. So how you will be tackle logically how it will work, this you have to. Second thing, you must also have a knowledge of Excel. Excel. Okay, at least some basic knowledge. So, do you all know how to use an Excel?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone? Okay. So now, how many of you doesn't know Excel? Fatima Zora, if you are giving thumbs up, that means you know or you don't know. Because I have asked both the questions, but I'm getting an answer after both the questions. I know, I don't know. So, what should I understand? You know it or no? You don't know. Okay, fine. Whatever the answers is here from your side. So we will be mostly using all the formulas which we learned in an Excel, whichever you would have learned that in Excel part, those part we will be using. And this data visualization completely works on the concept of pivot tables and charts. Okay, are you all like do you all know how to use as a pivot table? You can say pivot table or pivot table, anything is fine. Do you all does everyone knows this how to use? Could you all respond?
No, ma'am.
Okay, now what we will do for
Yes.
first 3 or 4 classes, we'll use the Excel. Then after that we'll start with the Tableau. Okay, or mm, okay, first let's learn the pivot table and some basic functions in Excel. Then we will proceed with the Tableau. Okay, I won't be explaining the entire things of an Excel, but just a concept I will be telling whatever is related to your Tableau. Okay, for 2 or 3 days we will discuss with an Excel, then we will proceed with the Tableau part. Okay, so let's see here what is the next thing we are going to see. So here are the packages or the services that is provided from the Tableau. So first one, it says Tableau Desktop. What does it do? So as I told you, whatever we have discussed so far till the creation of dashboard in creating an interactive format. So this all these things will be done here. Okay, so we will be doing all kinds of dashboard, that is by creating a charts, making a connection between the charts, and then creating as a dashboard, then developing a story. All these things we will work on this. So this provides all the types of data by connecting it, but the problem here is it cannot be shared. It cannot be shared. To whom it cannot be shared? To any person. It is only for your own purpose to learn. Okay, it is only for your own purpose to learn and to practice. So whatever you are creating a visualization, this you can save it on your desktop itself. It cannot be given to any of the other clients. And there is another problem here is this is valid only for 14 days when we are downloading. If you're downloading directly from the Tableau software, if you're downloading it, it is only valid for 14 days. After that, it will expire. You won't be able to use it again. So this is only for self-learning and self-using purpose, but valid only for 14 days. So this is having where So it is you can create a charts, you can make the data blending, data joining. Blending and joining means 2 or 3 tables we will be having, we can combine it, modify it in order to make a one single data set. So after that we can create the data visualization. All these things we can do, even the charts we can do. Only the problem is we cannot share with others. Might be I can save it as a Excel workbook, or I can save it as a PDF and I can share it with my friends. But when I'm saying we cannot share it, we cannot share it through the online. We cannot share it, we cannot make it as a public means the as a officially when we are sharing with the client people, client, the board of directors, um, debenture holders, shareholders, any person. If you are going to share, this will not work. Okay, desktop is only for self-learning. And here comes a server. Server is another type which is a additional tool to your Tableau desktop. How it will work? It will work within an organization, which means in a business, if you're having a multiple companies like group companies, you have sister companies, you have branch companies, you have all these people can see the data visualization which is developed and published in an internal server options. Once this has been uploaded, it can be accessed only by the licensed user. Tableau server. Tableau server will be published in an internal level of an organization, which can be viewed or which can be seen only by the licensed user who is having a access. Others cannot see it. Then the third one, what we have is Tableau reader. Okay, so this is used for viewing. So reader means reading only to see whatever that a person is creating a visualization, that any person can view it only for viewing purpose. It is not for creating purpose. So in the second option, as a server, I said internally it can be shared, but who can modify, who can edit, that person will be an access to make the changes. But the reader, the end user, or the lower level of employees, anyone is there, they can only observe, they can only see the visualization, they cannot make any changes. After creating the visualization, only they can see it by giving an access. So this part we call it as reader, one who is having an access only to view. They cannot make any changes, they cannot modify, they cannot edit it. So these all are being restricted. So that means level 0, okay, 0 level people, like only who can see this. So those things can be done from this Tableau reader level. Fine. Any questions still here? Okay, let me
No,
go for
ma'am.
the
Yeah,
next
ma'am.
one. Fine, thank you. Next one, we will go with the public. Okay, what is this public? Public, what it will do is, it will be like it can be shared, which means it works as a, when it is like how can I see this? Okay, so it cannot, what when it is saying as public, it is not for the internal purpose. Okay, internally within an organization, it is not for the internal purpose. It is like officially you are giving for everyone, public view. So like if everyone can see this when it is published through the online. Might be if I'm just browsing that company details, I can also see it. So public means it is an open book, right? It is an open book, anybody can see this. Okay, because this public data or the visualization is being saved in a cloud basis. It is only by viewed and accessed by, it can be viewed and accessed by anyone. Accessed means, so to open and see each and every pages how the details have been created, this they can see, but they won't be able to do any other changes. Public means all here also the viewers, but it is being kept as an open book for everyone from the organization, other than organization, the customers or the third person out of the box, whoever is it, everyone can see this because it is just kept it as an open book. So This public is for everyone, anyone can view it. And the last one what we have is a cloud. So we can also say this cloud as Tableau Online. So where it is all the data or the server, whatever I'm doing, everything will be kept it in a cloud, and that data will be maintained properly as a Tableau group, whatever that the user has been created. Okay, let's see the same thing in a detail. Okay, you can just see this Tableau desktop. So you will be creating a visualization. Just read it once. Read yourself. I'll give you 1 minute. You can read this. I've already explained. You can just see this, what it is. Okay, see here. So here we are creating a chart, the reports to blend. Reports to blend in the sense combining two or three like I have a sales data, I have a customer data, I have a vendor data. All these three I have to make it in a one table. Instead of multiple data sets, we'll make it as one single data. So that will be calling as data blending, where we can make all this together in order to create a dashboard. And this dashboard whichever is created, we are calling it as Tableau desktop, because it provides a connectivity to the whatever the types of data or the files when we are importing to the Tableau. And this cannot be shared to the local person or publicly, so it will only be saved in a desktop itself. That means in your personal PC only. Then the next one you have here Tableau server. So I said they will be maintaining a separate server in order to maintain the data, and this can be shared with the internal within an organization so that they can see how they are going to perform, what has been happening in a business through the visualization. All the people can understand the situation in a company. So within an organization, right? Whoever is having a licensed version, so who have purchased it. So this is what it has been given here. You can see, you can just go through this also. Can I go for the next screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So Tableau public, which I told you that this can be created and saved. But yeah, I forgot to say you one more thing. I told you that desktop things which is valid for only 14 days. After that you cannot use it. But here you can also download Tableau public. But whatever the work you are doing, please don't save it. If you are saving it, it will be saved in a Tableau public cloud basis. But this is freely accessible. You can use how much ever the long term you want, which is a free tool. But only thing is you won't be able to save it. You can practice it. I'll suggest you how you will practice when you are going to use a Tableau and how you are going to work later. Now I'm just saying you how this packages is working. Rather than that, we will discuss how you are going to practice along with me, how you are going to get install the software. This I'll tell you later. Once we finish about the introduction part, I'll let you know. Okay, that I'm just saying you the difference, two difference. Tableau desktop valid for 14 days if you're downloading. This is a lifetime validity, but only thing is you can work, you can practice, you can import data, anything you want, everything you can do. Only thing is you cannot save it. If you're saving it, it will be saved in a cloud, so you should not save it. Okay, so this is Tableau public. So Tableau Online is nothing but the one which I said you about the Tableau cloud support. Cloud support to maintain all the storage. The place where all the data is being stored is called as Tableau Online. That is cloud support. Then the reader, I told you that this is only for the person to see what the report has been given for the 0 level to the low level people. Only for reading, only for viewing. There is no other access will be given for these people. So these are the packages we have. So let me show you again what and all we have. We have a desktop, server, reader, public, and cloud. So same thing, desktop, then we have a server, then we have a public, cloud, and then a reader. So these are the package services which is being provided from the tab. So let's see the other people who as the founders of this Tableau software. So these are the three people: Crystal, Christian Cabot, Pat Atterson. Okay, these are the three people who developed this software. Okay, who has developed this software. So this software was developed using a programming language, or you can say it as, yeah, programming language. So they use their own programming language which is called as VisQL. VisQL, which is something similar to SQL product, the backend program. So software, the Tableau software is being developed using this SQL product. So that means VisQL for the priority. So main thing for the languages what they are developing, but most of the codes for running, for selecting, for saving, most of these options are being developed or being updated using a C++ programming language. Okay, this Tableau was developed in the year 2003, where in the California. Okay, and also now the headquarters is located in Seattle, that is near Washington. Okay, and later, though they have developed in 2013, in the year 2019 the Tableau software, Tableau solutions or Tableau product was being purchased by the people, Salesforce. In 2019, Salesforce has purchased this Tableau software. After purchasing, they renamed it as CRM. Okay, Tableau CRM, Sales CRM Analytics. But still, most of the people are very habited, like used to call it as Tableau. So still, we are calling as Tableau only. We are not calling it as Salesforce CRM Analytics. We still use it as Tableau only. And when this came into a picture in India, it came in the year 2014. From the 2014, Tableau was introduced in India, and we people are still using this. Okay, any questions?
No, ma'am.
Fine. Okay. So we will be working. So this is how we will be using in order to build the data visualization. This is just a demo I have shown you. So later when we will be doing practically, you will understand how it has been done, how to change the colors, all these things you will be doing one by one. So we will learn one by one. You can also do simultaneously along with me. Okay. So here we end with the introduction part of a Tableau. From the beginning till now, if anybody has anything in your mind, so how it will work, what it is, anything which I have given your introduction part from the beginning till here. If you have any questions, you're free to ask me. You can ask me anything you have any doubt in case. Yeah.
Ma'am, today's study material will be shared, ma'am, in the group.
You want this PPT? I will be sharing you. Definitely, I'll be
Yes, ma'am.
sharing you this PPT. And day by day, I will, when we start with the practical section, one problem I will do, another problem I will be giving you as a task you can do later on. So 2 days once you
Sure.
can submit me. Or we can do another thing is one I will do and show you. You will do simultaneously when I'm doing it along with me. Simultaneously, one part you will be doing, another part will be given as task.
Sure, ma'am.
Okay, as your practice work. So I won't give you daily, but at least in a week, two things I will give you.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so but anyhow he will be working along with me simultaneously, so I won't be giving daily. At least in a week, two tasks I will be giving you, which you have to work. After working, you can post it in a same WhatsApp group. Okay, but save with your name and send it to me so that I can cross check it. Or if you want to send me individually, that depends on if anyhow you have my contact in a WhatsApp too, you can send me individually also. Yeah, any other things? Girls?
No, ma'am, nothing.
No, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So here is an information. So in case if you want to install a Tableau, might be our system admin will be visiting your college in order to give you the installation process. So for first 3 or 4 days, since we will be working in Excel, no need to worry. You will be informed when the person will come, at what time they will come, which place you will be meeting the person in order to get installed with your PCs. Tableau. This is so I told you because the desktop is valid only for 14 days, and the public is lifetime, but you cannot save it. So I'm giving you an alternative option. A system as admin will visit your college in order to give you all the softwares for respective batches. Okay, so he will come and install and give you. You can start using that. Okay. Do you all have Excel in your PC, or whether it is laptop also fine?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. So we will first start with an Excel, then we will proceed with the Tableau. So meanwhile, before we finish the Excel, the Tableau will be given to you. Yes. Any questions? Ah, and one more thing is this Tableau is something which is similar. I said you that we will be using the Excel. So why? Because this Tableau, most of the functions we will be using similar to Excel, and the name of the file when we are saving this, we will also save this as Tableau workbook. To load again, we will be saving this as Tableau workbook only. So when we will be saving the file, you will see the extension, the difference, how it will work, and how it will be saved as a workbook. Okay, so till here we are done with the introduction. So can we start with the Excel?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
before that, I'll ask you one more thing. Is this the only number of students who will be attending a Tableau? Are you all from the same class or the different classes?
Different
Different
classes.
classes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So from the different classes, very good, no problem. Mm, okay, so recordings will also be shared to you. So the next day, today after the class, the next day the recording will be shared, and notes I'll be sharing you then and there, like alternative days, like today's class, tomorrow morning within afternoon you will be receiving the data, the notes as well as the recording you will be receiving. Okay, so let's start with an Excel then. When I'm saying you something like shortcut keys, you can make a note and keep it in case if at all you want to take a note of it. So Excel is also called as workbook, or it is also known as spreadsheet software. Excel is also known as spreadsheet software. Why? Because it's spread across, so we have many rows and columns. So because of that, we call it as spreadsheet. Okay, so in this, so the names what we have, A, B, C, D. So these are the headings which is given for identifying for identifying are the names which is given for the columns. Okay, so the vertical one we call it as columns, and then the number says 1, 2, 3. What we have, we call it as um, rows. Let me give you all these things. Okay, so vertical representation what we have, I just showing this. The vertical one we call it as column, which is being identified with the heading as A, B, C, like this with the alphabets. Okay, and then next one is horizontal. Horizontal is called as row, which has been identified with numbers 1, 2, 3, like this. So you will be having the numbers as an heading for your rows. Fine. So if this is a rows and columns, so what we say, if this is a column, let me highlight this. I'll say this as a column. Then we say this numbers as a row. The place where it is meeting, the column and the row where it is meeting, right? This place we call it as cell. Okay, cell. So which means interaction, or you can say intersection of row and column. We call it as cell. There is something called as cell address. What is a cell address is? See, this is having a D column and this is 6 row. Okay, sixth row. So D column, sixth row. The cell address of this, the place where it meets is D6. Can you see here? The name box. Okay, so name box. Name box displays the cell address. Okay, so the place where the cell is selected, so active cell, we call something as active cell. See, everything, each and every boxes, we call it as the small tiny boxes, we call it as cell, because it is L2. So whichever the place, there is a intersection of column as well as row, so we call it as cell. Where when we will say it as active cell, the place where my cursor is available, the green box is selected, we call it as active cell. The place where this box is selected, wherever I'm placing my cursor, and that cell address you are seeing in a name box, we call it as active cell. So selected cell, we call it as active cell. Okay, then fine. So this alphabet is representing me a vertical one, which is a column, and numbers are the one which is saying me as a rows. So how many rows and how many columns do we really have here? Actually, how many we are having, this we have to know, right? So in this, so this column, this is starting from A. I'm using a control shift and end button. Okay, control shift and end, or control shift end here. Okay, let me just place here. Control shift end. So last one, see, the last cell is, the last column is XFD. The last column is XFD. So first one ABC, it is starting. Finally, it ends with XYD. So how much you have? The first one is A. So first column is A and the last column is XFB. So total how many columns we have is 16,000. So we have here around 16,384. 16,384 columns we have. And okay, let's come here. We will see about this number of rows. So here it says it starts from 1, 2, 3. We will see in Excel first. Okay. So this is, let me again go to the first cell. I'm here. So this the first one is number 1. It starts with 1. We will see where it ends. The last one is 1048576. So that is 10,48,576 rows we have. Right? We have 10,48,576 rows of information we are having. So that means the first row is 1 and the last row is 10,48,576. So these are the things we have. So then we will come for this cell also. When we are saying about cell where there is an intersection of rows and columns, the first cell is A1. So see here. So when we say this, the first cell is A1, the last cell with the last column and row heading, so which can be last cell is, so last column is XFD and the last row is 1048576. This is your last cell. Okay, this is going to be your last cell. So this is how it will be doing. And when you are selecting one single cell, it is a cell. When I'm selecting more than one cell in like vertically or horizontally, vertically if you are selecting, or horizontally you are selecting only one single row or one single column, then you call it as array. When I'm selecting this, say example, let me color this. When I'm selecting entire rows or suppose entire column I'm selecting, we call it as array. When only one place it is been selected, only one place it is selected, we call it as cell. When you are selecting multiple rows and columns together, then we call it as range. You can say it as table, you can say it as range. When it is given as a name, you can call it as table. If not, you will be calling this as range. So when you are selecting multiple rows and columns. Okay, so this we will be seeing. So next one, we will see about the screen also. I'll explain you some more. So here I have a sheet. To add, I'll click on this plus, how much ever the sheet I want. If not, I can also use a shortcut key. You can say it as to add or to insert. What we use here, we use shift F11 is a shortcut key. Okay, so I click here, I'll use shift F11. So see, the sheets is getting added. I'm not clicking on a plus, and you can see my cursor is here. I'm just using shift F11 I'm using, so the sheets are being added. So the next question here, it happens like how many sheets we can add. In that case, we can add 255 sheets. But if you try this, you can insert more than 255 sheets. Logically speaking, you can insert more than 255 sheets. I'll just show you now. So I'm just using the shift F11. I just keep pressing here. If you observe this, the number of sheets keep extending. So let's see whether it goes beyond 255 or not. Now see, it is 292. Yes, I can add more than 255 sheets. But still, what is happening here? Why we still say that I can add only 255 sheets? The reason is the storage. Okay, the storage, what you are going to what has been supported here with the column width and the row height is only to the maximum limit of 255 characters, 255 sheets. Okay, so we cannot add more number of sheets here. The storage will be supported only to 255 sheets only. Fine. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So you can add as many as number of sheets you want. Then where is my sheet? I'll go for this. And I'll delete this. Anyhow, I won't save this. We will see in the next session. Okay, so now this is what we have here. Okay, let's see from the beginning the screen interface. This place where you have save, undo and redo. This place we call it as quick access toolbar. Okay, we call it as quick access toolbar. Quick access toolbar. Why this place is called as quick access toolbar? Because anything you want to select it, you can add those options to this quick access toolbar, so that without going to any particular tab, any particular option, you can directly click on those options and you can work on this. Suppose, now see here, quick access toolbar, I have this option. Okay, I have some options here. Say in case I'm just giving okay, I'll just give something here, some numbers. Okay, I just want to remove the duplication. I just want to remove the duplication. First, I will show you what are the duplicates we have. So then we will see how we can remove it. So these are the duplicate values I have. I just want to remove the duplicate values. So I'll go for this data and I have to click on this remove duplication from this column. Okay. So 3 duplication found. So it has been removed. But same thing, instead of going for this particular option, I can add this for the customize to quick access to. So now this option has been added. So if I'm not going for any other tab also, I'll just select this range. Since I've added here, I'll click on this, click on OK, again OK, done. Okay, so suppose I have to arrange this and in a ascending order, descending order, I can click on this. This is also done. So sorting is also done. I will select this in order to arrange from ascending order, descending order. So smallest to largest I want, I'll click on this OK. It has turned. Again, I'll go here, I'll change this to largest to smallest. I'll click on the OK. So this is also done. I don't have to go to particular tabs and select which options I need. I just need to add it to my quick access toolbar and I can work on it. So before adding, by default, you'll be having a 3 options. One is save, the second one is undo, and the third one is redo. So let's see here. So quick access tool. Let me see if you know the shortcut keys. What is the shortcut key for save?
Control S.
Very good. What is the shortcut key for undo?
Control X, Z, I think.
Z.
I'm not sure.
Yes. What is the shortcut key for
Z.
redo? What is the shortcut key for redo?
Control Y.
Yes. So these are the shortcut keys. Any other options if you want to add it to your quick access toolbar, you can add it here. Okay, and this is your place where the title of a paper, your Excel will be saved. So title. So by default, before you save a Excel file, the name of your file will be as book1. Default name of your file. Okay, the default file name is book1. So later when you save it, you can change the name. As of now, I don't want the sheet. I'll close it. I'll open a new sheet in order to save and show you, because there are many sheets added. I won't be using that many. So I'm going to use another Excel. So you can open through the run, you can open through the start button. You can also use right click on a desktop and click on a new in order to open a Microsoft Excel. So I'm using a run command. I'll show you one more method. You can use a start button. You will have an Excel option. You can do it, or you can also search from your start button. You will get an Excel. Again, see, I'm opening again. So this book one is turning into book two because I'm opening a new one. So third one is where I can give a name and do it. So you can right click, go for the new option. You have an option here as Microsoft Excel Workbook. Microsoft Excel Workbook. Excel is a spreadsheet. Then why here the name comes as workbook? The number of sheets you will be adding. This individual sheet, that means my sheet 1 is called as worksheet where I'm working. Again, when I'm adding sheet 2, this is also a worksheet. And sheet 3 is also a worksheet. When I am having too many sheets, all the sheets together, this is one file, that is book 1. This book 1 is a workbook because it is having a collection of worksheets. Okay, so you can refer the meaning for this. So spreadsheet. Then the next one is workbook. Then the last one, worksheet. This you can check. Okay, these are the things. So default file, whenever you will be opening, it will say you as book 1. As you keep adding another sheets, it will change to book 2, book 3, book 4, book 5, like this. So now book 1. So other than that, the next one I have here is minimize, maximize and close. So this one we will do it from the next class, that is tomorrow. So since this is a first class, I don't want to take too much of topics today itself. I'll keep it on a hold so that we will work on a practical part from tomorrow onwards. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. So here we will end. We will do we will continue or the same thing from tomorrow's session. Okay, and this recording and the notes will be shared to you tomorrow.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, fine. That's all for today. Let's wind up the batch. Okay, we will wind up the session. You can continue your task. So thank you. See you all tomorrow.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.